Hello, I'm Brant with the latest from Reading Borough Council in Your Council, Your News. Residents, road users and businesses are all set to benefit from a series of congestion cutting initiatives along the A4 in East Reading, thanks to another successful bid of funding by the council. Key elements of the council's £1.5 million project are proposed installation of 3 bus laybys along London Road for buses stopping to pick up passengers without interrupting the flow of traffic. A £500,000 plan to tackle the pothole problem across the borough will be considered by the council's policy committee on the 10th of June. Volunteers are hoping for some sunny weather this autumn for Reading's annual Big Clear Up event of open spaces, woodlands and waterways. Around 500 volunteers are expected to take part to keep their local areas clear of rubbish from the 10th to the 12th of October. If you would like to get involved, then visit readingrescue.org.uk. Important works to a key drainage ditch here on the A33 in Reading has just begun as a part of a £100,000 package on flood defence measures for Whitley. Today, local elections are taking place in 181 councils across Britain, including Reading. I'm here at Micklands Primary School in Caversham, which is one of 75 polling stations across the borough, all of which are open till 10 p.m. tonight for residents to cast their vote.
I think they get a sense of community. A lot of people describe the shops as a sense of family, a sense of belonging. We can also offer training, volunteer opportunities, and we try and support them to get back into paid employment. It's also good for self-esteem and confidence building, so we gear the placements around what their personal needs are.
A lot of people do come in for company as well as anything else and a cup of tea, and you just get to chat and hear their stories. It's brilliant. That some people's stories are amazing. I don't know, a sense of listening. I've put that smile on the face, I've given them someone to talk to. It's good. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to UK 360, the show that brings you the stories that matter from communities across the UK. I'm Kerry Newton.
And I'm Brant. This special volunteering edition features inspirational stories, proving that helping others and volunteering can be really uplifting and rewarding. Coming up in today's programme.
We hear Nerdy's story on how she boosts her confidence and chances of finding work during her gap year.
We meet Curtis and find out how volunteering has dramatically changed his life for the better.
And then we head to Burnley to meet a group of young artists and performers organising a festival to showcase local talent.
Today's special volunteering programme comes from Reading. Reading alone has over 180 volunteering opportunities just this week, and we're here at an organisation that relies heavily on volunteers. For almost 2 decades, this ancient common here in the village of Brill in Buckinghamshire became neglected with bramble and scrubland. And then the community here decided to do something about it. They recruited the skill of a 4-legged animal to help save their common. Sheep had previously grazed this 70-acre common for decades, but soon after they had left the land, villagers here started to notice the impact it was having on both the environment and the landscape. Well, the villagers here most definitely had a brilliant idea, and the cattle behind me will continue grazing the common for many years to come.
Welcome back to this special volunteering edition of UK 360.
And remember, you can watch other episodes of UK 360 online at any time at communitychannel.org/UK 360. When you hear the words Olympics and legacy, it might conjure up images of the hit BBC comedy series 2012. But Legacy 2013 is an alliance of organisations and funders coming together to lobby the government for £60 million worth of funding opportunity in sport for communities way past the closing ceremonies of the Olympic and Paralympic Games of London 2012. The London Organising Committee of the Olympic and Paralympic Games made a promise to the world that legacy would be left behind for the youth of London. But it's come to the attention of London's voluntary and community sector that most of the funded programmes will end before 2016. Pledges its support for this fund, and schemes can be rolled out right across London and right across the UK for decades to come.
UK 360's Brant caught up with the organisers and the volunteers.
I'm here in Goring in Oxfordshire, and in that direction is Streatley in Berkshire. Both villages are separated by the River Thames, but are coming together to celebrate the Queen's Diamond Jubilee in one of the country's biggest Jubilee celebrations. This Thursday is World Water Day, a day focusing attention on the importance of fresh water and highlighting for the sustainable management of freshwater resources. But how much of a problem do we have on our own doorstep when it comes to fresh water supply? I'm here in the River Kennet near Marlborough in Wiltshire, which is in a part of the country that's been put at moderate risk of drought. And this part of the Kennet has completely dried up. The Department of Environment, Food and Rural Affairs DEFRA announced in February that much of southern and eastern England was officially in the state of drought. In some parts of the east and southern England, groundwater levels are now lower than the dry summer of 1976. So why do we find ourselves in the middle of a drought at a time of the year that's usually reliable for rain?
We've seen a lack of rainfall over the past 12 months. Some parts of the southeast have seen their second driest period on record, and we've also, looking back over the last 17 months, 10 of those months have been below average rainfall from what we'd expect, and some of those have been exceptionally low.
We can all do our bit to help save water, but we all might have to do a little bit extra come the summer if this drought turns into a major drought situation across the country. Chris Brant on the Wiltshire and Berkshire border for UK 360.
We've come to the end of our special volunteering edition of UK 360.
And remember, if you've been inspired by any of the stories in today's programme, you can head to the website at communitychannel.org/UK360.
And if you have a film clip that shows something exciting or inspiring about your community, then we want to hear from you. Email us at uk360@communitychannel.org and you may feature on a future show.
And remember, people
Powered.
change.
Until next time.
It's goodbye from Reading.